From the Mumbai studios of Republic TV, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate.
Arnab Goswami on the debate at 9. Presented by Amity University. Powered by RP Sanjeev Goenka Group. Century Ply. MYK Laticrete Tile Adhesives. And Samsonite.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome. The rest of the media, mostly the Lutyens media, is telling you that Mohan Bhagwat has attacked Muslims and told Muslims to stay in line and behave in a certain way or risk their citizenry. And Asaduddin Owaisi is, as usual, leading this lie. And as usual, his loyal lieutenants, the Vadra Congress, are lining up in Owaisi's support because the Vadra Congress hates the RSS. Now, viewers, everything that the Lutyens media is reporting about what Mohan Bhagwat has said is fake news. It's an outright lie. You will actually be shocked at what Mohan Bhagwat actually said, which the fake news experts are not reporting and certainly misreporting. Mohan Bhagwat has said that he is against any form of supremacy. Mohan Bhagwat has said that he is against the idea of Muslim supremacy. But he also says he is also against the idea of Hindu supremacy or communist supremacy. He has said it, it's on record. Now this makes this the most secular position any prominent leader in public life can take or should take. And how sad it is, how unethical is it that most of the rest of the fake news lying media is busy lying all day. They're liars, viewers. And another thing, and this may shock those who have tried to lie to you about Mohan Bhagwat and the RSS, because Mohan Bhagwat in the same interview has actually fought for LGBT rights. And Mohan Bhagwat has said we as a society need to work harder to give members of the LGBT community a greater and stronger sense of participation and inclusion in our society. And that is what Mohan Bhagwat has said. That's what the fake news media will not tell you. And my challenge tonight is this: can the great lying Mr. Owaisi and his loyal lieutenants publicly also state, can you, Mr. Owaisi, publicly state that you are pro-LGBT rights? Like Mohan Bhagwat. Can you? Can he? And can anyone in their right mind therefore question the secular and progressive views of the RSS chief? And though they can't, they will hate me tonight. They will hate Republic tonight for bringing out the truth. And they will hate me and they will hate Republic for putting a gigantic and well-deserved spanner in their unresearched and ignorant and malicious attempts to misquote Mohan Bhagwat. Ladies and gentlemen, with the truth on our side, let's debate tonight. Let's expose the liars, you and me. I say what Mohan Bhagwat has said today is extremely secular, completely secular, and that's debate number one. And debate number two this evening. Now, if you're original, you will get global glory. We hear there's a film being released this month sometime by a fading star, whose trailer is supposed to be various parts of foreign films clipped together and in some form of cheap copy. I say watch out, because if you're original, you get what RRR does, global glory. Debate number 3 tonight. This man should be ashamed of himself, but he now tries to go aggressive using lawyers. Unbelievable but true. That's debate number 3, and here are the headlines. It's Wednesday evening on the debate tonight. Mohan Bhagwat calls for unity, says we should all avoid religious supremacy to ensure peace in India.
ये महाशय कौन हैं जो मुसलमानों से कह रहे हैं कि आपको हमसे परमिशन लेना पड़ेगा भारत में रहने के लिए? ये कौन है जो हमारी सिटीजनशिप पर कंडीशंस लगा रहे हैं?
And why outrage over Mohan Bhagwat's call for tolerance? The usual suspects led by the Vadra Congress and Asaduddin Owaisi lie and try to give a communal spin. We are exposing them on Republic tonight.
Natu, this is the first nomination and first win for this writing team. They win their Golden Globe tonight.
Global celebration of original Indian cinema as RRR makes the nation proud at the Golden Globes. And that is a message to those who, unlike RRR, are pushing copycat content. For the copycat content pushers in Bollywood, this should be a real lesson. Attempt to target the victim, the woman passenger in court backfires. No bail for Air India P-Gate accused.
आजादी के बाद जिनकी जिम्मेदारी थी कि हमारे स्वतंत्रता आंदोलन को भारतीय दृष्टिकोण से मूल्यांकन करके युवा बच्चों के सामने रखने की.
And Amit Shah asserts the need to shun the colonial narrative, calls for a relook at the contribution of Indian revolutionaries. Ladies and gentlemen, for me and for all of us here at Republic, there are no grays. There is the truth and there is the falsehood. There is the black and the white, there is the good and the bad. And then there is what is true, and on the other side it's fake news. So on the one side there is Republic, which is saying Mohan Bhagwat has actually made a very secular comment calling for an end to all supremacism. The whole idea of supremacist is bad. Muslim supremacism is bad, Hindu supremacism is bad, and communist supremacism is bad, says Mohan Bhagwat. The Lutyens media tells you Mohan Bhagwat has made an anti-Muslim comment. Where is there any iota or ounce of an anti-Muslim spirit in that comment? I say that's the most secular comment. Ladies and gentlemen, they talk about slicing and dicing, but why does one slice and dice when the fact is that Mohan Bhagwat has appeared to be a champion of LGBT rights? If there ever was falsehood, this is the biggest falsehood at the start of the year. We here at Republic are going to correct that tonight. Let's debate.
The RSS chief gave a candid interview to the publications of the organizer and Panchajanya.
From population imbalance to the problem of pan-Islamism, RSS chief Mohan Bhagwat has only reiterated strongly held and often spoken views of the Sangha ideology. And yet, the opposition obviously is choosing to ignore, for example, the inherent modernism on the LGBT position and focusing on the Muslim problematic instead.
Asaduddin Owaisi has found a way to twist the words of the RSS chief and peddle a sense of insecurity.
ये महाशय कौन हैं जो मुसलमानों से कह रहे हैं कि आपको हमसे परमिशन लेना पड़ेगा भारत में रहने के लिए? वो कंडीशन लगा रहे हैं. इस्लाम मुसलमानों को कह रहे हैं कि अगर आपको इस देश में रहना है तो आपको एडजस्ट करना पड़ेगा. हमारी लड़ाई संविधान में इक्वल राइट्स की थी और रहेगी. मोहन भगवत साहब कौन है हमारे को? वो क्या पूरे भारत देश के हेडमास्टर हैं क्या?
Sir Sanchalak ji, Shri Mohan Bhagwat ji is concerned, he has always maintained this, that the DNA of each and every citizen living in our country is one. So let's not get into any conflict regarding any kind of religious disbeliefs. They all know what is the fact of such leaders.
Others are trying to rile up sentiments over a tolerant message.
भारत का कोई मुसलमान मोहन भागवत से नहीं डरता है. हर मुसलमान का अपना ईमान है, वो अपने ईमान से जीता है, वो डर पैदा करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं।
मोहन भागवत कौन होते हैं मुसलमानों को सलाह देने वाले? जब आरएसएस खुद को ये कहता है कि साहब हम जो है सोशल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन हैं, सियासत से हमारा कोई लेना देना नहीं, तो आए दिन ये जो बयान देते हैं सियासत के लिए, ये क्यों करते हैं मोहन भागवत?
But many other Indian Muslims are welcoming the statement.
देखिए, मोहन भागवत जी ने जो ये बात कही है कि मुसलमानों को इस मुल्क में डरने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, लेकिन मैं समझता हूँ कि इस मुल्क में मुसलमान कतई तौर पर डर के ज़िंदगी नहीं जी रहा है, लेकिन कुछ लोग जो डर पैदा कर रहे हैं उनकी भी गिरफ्त होने की ज़रूरत है।
The secularity has repeatedly blacked out these messages of unity.
विविधता में एकता, वो विचार देने वाली हमारी चलती आई हुई विचारधारा है, उसको दुनिया हिंदुत्व कहती है। इसलिए हम कहते हैं कि हमारा हिंदू राष्ट्र है। हिंदू राष्ट्र है इसका मतलब इसमें मुसलमान नहीं चाहिए, ऐसा बिल्कुल नहीं होता। जिस दिन ये कहा जाएगा कि हाँ मुसलमान नहीं चाहिए, उस दिन वो हिंदुत्व नहीं रहेगा।
हम जब कहते हैं हिंदुस्तान, हिंदू राष्ट्र, उसका मतलब यही होता है, क्योंकि हिंदू की हमारी व्याख्या तिलक लगाने वाला, स्नान करने वाला, ये पूजा करने वाला ऐसी नहीं है। जो भारत को अपनी मातृभूमि मानता है, जो भारत के पूर्वजों का विरासतदार है, संस्कृति का विरासतदार है, वो हिंदू है हमारी।
इस प्रकार की एकात्मता और अखंडता की पहली शर्त रहती है भेद रहित समताधिष्ठित समाज। मन बदलना चाहिए, भेद की भावना मन में रहती है, मन से वचन, कर्म और वाणी में प्रकट होती है, और विचार में प्रकट होती है, व्यवस्था में प्रकट होती है।
It's clear a section wants to contort a secular statement and give it communal color. Let's debate.
I say let's go straight to the point. Shall we go straight to the point, Ajay? Should we go straight to the point, Savio? Right? Yeah. Let's not waste time in introductions. We all know each other. Just make an introduction out there because he appears less often than others. Vivek Salias on the bottom right. Second screen is spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party. The rest of us know each other. My first question, appropriate question, good question, fantastic question, relevant question is to Waris Pathan. Waris Pathan, are you for LGBT rights? As a spokesperson of the All India Majlis-e-Ittihad Muslimin, do you support what Mohan Bhagwat has said about LGBT rights? Is the All India Majlis-e-Ittihad Muslimin for LGBT rights?
Well, I was just watching your initial commentary where you said that what Mohan Bhagwat said is being shown as different to by the other channels. Yeah. So I just want to quote Mohan Bhagwat first, and let me quote the Indian Express. Muslims have nothing to fear, but they must abandon their supremacy narratives. Now, has Mohan Bhagwat given any notice to the newspaper which I just now quoted before your channel? Oh. No, that means to say that Mohan Bhagwat clearly said
Republic.
That if Muslims want to leave this country, they
I don't have anything to say there. I have nothing to say there. Please go and ask the Indian Express what it does. Please go and ask the Indian Express what it does.
You said
ask them if they've got Mohan Bhagwat wrong. You should. Why don't you give the Indian Express a notice? Why don't you serve the Indian Express a notice?
Why should I? I am quoting that newspaper.
Well, I mean, it's not the gospel of the truth. It's not the gospel of the truth. I remember the Indian Express, I actually gave them a legal notice. Savio knows that. One minute. I don't think, I'm not making a judgment here. The Indian Express can have its own editorial views, can have its own headline. I don't personally consider the Indian Express to be a gospel of the truth. I have some personal experience when I had to give a notice to the Indian Express when they were taking everything the Mumbai police planted against me as the gospel truth. Did you believe the Indian Express then? So I personally don't believe in the Indian Express, but that's my personal view. So what they have quoted is their business. Now let's come to the point. Oh, should I give free advertising to the newspaper? Anyway, print, nobody reads papers nowadays. Now come on, yaar, answer the question, yaar. The guy is looking so nervous tonight. He's running tonight. He's running from me tonight. He's just running. Savio, he's running. Savio, the man is running tonight from me. He's so scared. He's scared. He's perspiring. He's sweating. He's running.
Does the AIMIM support the LGBT rights?
Do they support the LGBT?
Does the AIMIM support LGBT rights? Yes or no?
At the relevant time,
It's a simple question, Waris.
Today we are debating Mohan Bhagwat.
It's a simple question. You answer yes or no. Why are you going around the bush?
I don't understand.
Does AIMIM support LGBT rights? Yes or no?
He said something which spreads hatred.
Yes or no, Waris? Answer the question.
He's running from you.
You're going round and round, my friend.
Viewers, I'm taking a poll on this tonight. Viewers, I take a poll on this.
Yes or no?
Okay. I'll ask him. No, he's worried that Owaisi is going to call him now. He's worried that Owaisi is going to call him now. What is just be quiet? I'll explain to you. I know that Owaisi is watching now, and I know Owaisi, you're damn worried at what Waris is going to say, and Waris is damn worried at getting that SMS from you or WhatsApp from you. Don't worry. I'll ask the question again. Okay, let me ask. Is Asaduddin Owaisi and Waris Pathan, are they for LGBT rights? Is that not a relevant question? Because Bhagwat is such a champion of LGBT rights. I'm proud of Mohan Bhagwat for the way he stood up on the issue. He stood up on the issue with such firmness, with such an authoritarian voice. I really like it. I mean, Mohan Bhagwat is a champion of LGBT rights. He's spoken up, but this man is running away from my question tonight, Ajay. Are you seeing the way he's running away? He's so scared.
I am not telling, I am giving you the answer, but you don't know.
Are you for LGBT rights? Are you for LGBT rights?
Give the answer.
Today. Is Baba Ramdev for? Is Baba Ramdev your friend for LGBT? The matter is sub judice pending in the Honorable Supreme Court. And
when he's asking you, you should give the answer.
Okay, then I'll tell you one thing. I'll tell you one thing. I can only say that Baba Ramdev should be for LGBT rights.
Why you want?
I think he should be for LGBT rights. And by the way, if Baba Ramdev has some other view on LGBT rights, if he's against LGBT rights, then I'm against Baba Ramdev. Is that clear to you? So here's a person and a channel you can't corner, so stop dreaming. Now answer my question. Answer, Ajay Alok, he's running, he won't make a comment. He's anti-LGBT. The man is intolerant. I'm telling you, the AIMIM is anti-LGBT.
Point at the relevant time whether I am for or I am against.
Of course it matters. I'm exposing you on live television on a steaming hot debate.
Why? It cannot be decided on your debate.
They have been exposed thoroughly.
Yeah, intolerant people.
Why today you are behaving like a hypocrite. Let me tell you, I'm using this word against you. It's a strong word, but today you are behaving like a hypocrite. Today you are behaving like an hypocrite. Just 2-3 hours back, we were sitting in your channel, and the Maulana which you were showing on your promos, who was speaking against Mohan Bhagwat, when he said कि 100 साल बाद इस्लामिक राज आएगा, समय बदलता है, you kept shut. You kept shut, Waris bhai. You didn't respond to him. You just ignored कि हम तो संविधान मानते हैं, हम संविधान मानते हैं. And he constantly keep on saying that 100 साल बाद इस्लामिक राज आएगा, सब देखेंगे.
Interview, I have got it.
Religion teaches me, and I have a firm belief of my religion, and my belief is simple that Hazrat Adam alayhi salam was the first prophet sent by Allah.
Today you are not with the Samvidhan, so-called Samvidhan of
came to India
Today
first,
you are not with the Constitution. Today you are not with ethos of India.
Your name can be Arif Nath.
Today you are not with ethos of India. Today you are acting as per your convenience. Today you are acting as per your convenience, and which is bad.
What our religion teaches us.
Are you for LGBT or not?
I am not acting as per my
convenience. Are you for LGBT or not?
Sir.
Are you for Islamic Rashtra?
Let the Supreme Court
Are you for Islamic Rashtra in this nation?
Are you for it?
Yes or no?
LGBT?
अरे भैया एक छोटा सा प्रश्न है, उसमें इतना लंबा चौड़ा क्यों ज्ञान दे रहे हैं? LGBT के साथ है या नहीं? एक इस्लामिक राष्ट्र यहाँ होना चाहिए, हाँ या ना?
Are you with this or no?
इस्लामिक राष्ट्र होना चाहिए भारत, होगा 100 साल बाद.
Do you follow the constitution or no?
अरे भैया पूछ हम रहे हैं, आप मेरा जवाब दे नहीं रहे, हम ही से पूछ रहे हैं. बात क्यों रहे सवालों से?
दुनिया कायम है, क्यों नहीं हो सकता?
जब मौलाना ने बोला कि 100 साल बाद इस्लामिक राष्ट्र होगा, तब चुप क्यों रहे?
एक दिन हो सकता है कि हमारी इजाजत,
जब मौलाना ने बोला, आपके सामने बोला कि 100 साल बाद समय बदलेगा, इस्लामिक राष्ट्र बनेगा, तब हम देखेंगे राम मंदिर का क्या करते हैं. आप क्यों चुप रहे? आप क्यों चुप रहे?
सब कुछ
आप क्यों चुप रहे मौलाना की बात पे?
एवरीथिंग इज पॉसिबल.
मौलाना की बात पे चुप क्यों थे आप?
सर
अभी बोलिए, भारत इस्लामिक राष्ट्र बनेगा 100 साल बाद?
कौन से मौलाना की बात पे चुप हूं?
Everything is possible. Look under what he's saying.
अरे ना हिंदू
Everything is possible.
ना हिंदू राष्ट्र
After 100 years, he also dreams India to be Islamic nation.
नहीं बन सकता. भारत चलेगा संविधान पे.
जो संविधान
He dreams India to be an Islamic nation after 100 years.
भारत will work as
Look at the audacity
given to us by Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar.
Look at the audacity.
Can you take it from me in writing, Mr. Allah?
How dare you?
It won't run on Hindutva ideology.
सपने में सोचते हो क्या ये सब?
The agenda.
सपने में सोचते हो?
Will not be successful
सपने में
in the
सोचते हो?
country. Because we follow the constitution.
Islamic Rashtra, Islamic nation, Sharia nation, all these, they are rabid elements of Islam. They are rabid elements of Muslims who have been promoted by the so-called political powers for the last 70 years. And their bites we are tolerating.
His dreams will never be fulfilled.
Their bites we are tolerating for no reason.
I think, okay, what is people are telling me that you need to be given a little bit of a break. They are saying to me he's feeling a little cornered, let him recover a little bit for a while and then go back and intellectually chew him up alive again, which I intend to do. I will intellectually chew you up in another 5 minutes. I'm giving you a little bit of a break, you know. I'm giving you a little interval. Okay.
I've already cornered you.
Yeah.
You are on a back.
Are you for LGBT rights? Are you for LGBT rights?
Let the Supreme Court decide, then I will make my comment.
Oh, you are not for LGBT rights?
Let the Supreme Court decide, then I will.
How come Bhagwat is for LGBT rights and you are not for them?
How can you be a judge? Are you a Supreme Court judge?
No, I think you should be. I think you're a very backward thinking person if you are not for LGBT rights. Savio, the man's cornered. Savio, the man is cornered.
Of deciding the matter which is pending before them.
Okay. Savio, the man is badly
it's a simple question. Varis, you seem to be running away from a simple question. Are you for LGBT rights or no? Yes or no? We are asking you personally.
Anyway.
You don't follow the Supreme Court.
And then tell us whether your party is for LGBT rights.
I obey the law of the land.
The Supreme Court has already decided the issue. What are you going on about the courts about? The courts have banned 377. What are you talking about? The court. You don't believe in the courts.
The Supreme Court have already.
Deshratna Nigam, educate him, yeah? Deshratna Nigam is hiding behind the courts.
Before the Honorable Supreme Court.
He's hiding behind the courts.
See, the difficulty, Arnab, with Varis Pathan and Owaisi is, Pathan Saab, thoda sa shant ho jaye. The problem with the likes of Pathans is that Ram Mandir has been decided by the court, but likes of Pathan and Owaisi will never accept that and will continue saying that tomorrow, after 100 years, we'll see about Ram Mandir. On the other hand, let me tell you one thing. Believe me, Arnab, when the functions of brain are taken over by knees, you get utterances like Owaisi's. And therefore, we must ignore, statements made by Varis Pathan out here and concentrate on the larger picture. We all know that when the India got partitioned, and this is the highest example of tolerance and acceptance by Hindus, when the 98% Muslim people of this country voted for Pakistan and stayed back, Hindus still accepted it. And despite the fact 33% of India's land was taken away, we still accepted the Muslims because of our Sanatan philosophy. That is what Mohan Bhagwat is saying. You must leave your rhetoric of supremacy. Our constitution is based on equality. You must leave supremacy because the notion of supremacy is borne by their own religions, the Abrahamic religion.
Okay, I have my next question here. Deshratna Nigam, I think we're giving him too much time. I'd like Mohammad Tausif Rahman. 1 minute, a question to you, Mohammad. Not a statement. You're coming into the debate. I'm bringing into the debate. So I shall now have. Sir, you've been beaten black and blue. I'm going to intellectually chew you up in another 5 minutes for a third time. Now, viewers, the question is, many of you are asking me, don't let go, continue to hammer and expose Varis. Viewers, I will with pleasure. I enjoy these moments, but I would first like to put that question to Mohammad Tausif Rahman. Mr. Rahman and Mr. Vivek Sailas, please come on the right-hand side of the screen. And on the left-hand side of the screen, we shall have Shantanu Gupta, right? And we shall have Savio. Now, here's the point. I am so proud of Mohan Bhagwat. I am so proud of Mohan Bhagwat because Mohan Bhagwat has said that we must be anti-supremacism. Supremacism is the view that your culture, your philosophy, your ideology, your way of life is the supreme one. And everybody else's, right, is below supreme, which means there is the whole principle of coexistence is destroyed when one side believes that their philosophy, their worldview has well, that's English.
By Mohan Bhagwat.
No, 1 minute. Just Tausif, I'm completing my point. You don't interrupt me now. After that, I will come to you. Now, what happens, Tausif, is right. Mohan Bhagwat says, and it's so wonderful, viewers. I will read out the English translation, please. Islam has nothing to fear. Muslims must abandon their boisterous rhetoric of supremacy. And he goes on to say, we are of an exalted race. We once ruled over the land. We shall rule it again. Only our path is right. Rest everyone is wrong. We are different. Therefore, we will continue to be so. We cannot live together. We must abandon this narrative. In fact, he goes on to say, and this is the wonderful part. Viewers, can you believe this? Mohan Bhagwat saying, whether a Hindu must give up this logic of supremacy. Can you believe it, Shantanu? Or a communist must give up this thought of supremacy. Exactly. So he's saying we must reject Hindu supremacism. We must reject Muslim supremacism. We must reject communist supremacism. That's I think, a most syncretic view.
But
who can oppose that in their right mind?
It's a white lie.
Lie?
Why is
it's a statement.
Muslims never said that we are above anyone. Yeah, he lied. He lied. He's saying that if all the DNA is same, so if Muslims want to convert in future, they are most welcome. But what if I say that Mohan Bhagwat DNA belongs to Mughal? Do I have any authenticity to say this? Which Muslim people have told you or to Mohan Bhagwat's ears that we are the supreme ones?
No, but does he say, what is your view? I think it's so wonderful that Mohan Bhagwat has said even Hindu supremacism and Muslim supremacism is bad. That is the true and correct, reporting on the issue, viewers, which most of the Latvian media has conveniently blacked out and lied to you about.
The Mughal blood is not Muslim blood. Please distinguish between both of them. The Mughal blood is not the Indian Muslim blood. You'll have to understand that. You have to understand that. The Mughal blood is not the Indian Muslim blood. The Indian Muslim is somebody who's dedicated to Bharat Mata. The Indian Muslim is someone who's dedicated to Bharat Mata, not to the Islamic forces outside of India. So get your facts correct. Get your facts correct.
No, Mohan Bhagwat has said in what is Mohan Bhagwat has said in what is a very well constructed argument, and I truly recommend that everybody Tausif, this habit is bad, so I'd roll your fader. I think the point is, you see, you have to read this in English and Hindi, and it is wonderfully constructed. And he has said, and just because 2 or 3 newspapers have lied about this does not mean that we'll believe it, right? What he has said, Hindus and communists and Muslims and everyone, he says, must give up the logic of supremacism. Now, who is saying this, Shantanu? The person saying this is the chief of the RSS, which is quoted everywhere from these rags in New York to Al Jazeera as heading a right-wing, intolerant Hindu radicalized organization. Now, he says nobody should think they are supreme. I think that's a wonderful philosophy. And actually, people are stunned. People are frustrated. They have frustration written on their face. Waris is frustrated because if they don't have an enemy, then who are they going to fight? How will they justify themselves? Shantanu?
Exactly.
But we don't want this charity from
what Mohan Bhagwat categorically said, that Islam should not fear in India.
It's a charity.
Right? That's why we have from Shah Rukh Khan to Azim Premji to Rubika Liaquat to Zahir Khan to APJ Abul Kalam, they all flourishing in India. Because there was no discrimination against anyone to grow, because they had merit. And second, he said, Muslims should stop their idea of supremacy. They should stop finding heroes in Baburs and Aurangzeb. My friend Waris Pathan find his heroes in Babar, in Aurangzeb, in Gauri, Ghazni, Taimur and Khilji. He's just saying that don't come out with this idea, oh my God, we are the one who ruled this country for 700 years, for 1,000 years. Stop that idea.
We don't care
Try
about
to be
Babar
part of the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. Try to be the part of the journey.
No.
See what
This
Pakistan, see what's happening in Pakistan. Just struggling for a bag of rice.
Okay, I have a question.
Struggling for the bags of flour.
I have a question. I have a question. This is, and by the way, a side question to you viewers, if you're watching this tonight, did you know, before you watch this program, did you know that Mohan Bhagwat actually said that Hindu supremacism and Muslim supremacism are equally bad? Did any of these lying Lutyens outlets tell you? And isn't that the bigger question out here? Deshratan Nigam, that whole day they have been only putting OAC response to Bhagwat without going into details of what Bhagwat actually said. Bhagwat is against Hindu supremacism. And I, as a practicing Hindu, like that thought. Because we believe that the essence of Hinduism is bringing the best of all and never believing that anybody is an infidel.
Absolutely, Arnab. In fact, what Mohan Bhagwat ji talked about was universal and global values. And the Sanatan philosophy does not put down anybody else, nor considers anybody inferior. And we have been most tolerant and full of acceptance. And this is what is exactly, however, some newspapers or some people here and there will add masala and try to increase their TRP, but that's not going to happen.
You're getting a lot of support tonight on this.
And therefore, Arnab, let us be very, very clear. He talked of many things, LGBTQ rights, he talked about economy, he talked about Atmanirbhar Bharat, he talked about how Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh is working towards making this country great, keeping nation first. In fact, Republic's motto is also nation first, aptly so. And therefore, we must at this point of time realize that there are enemies within. He talked about the enemies within this country, which are trying to harm this country.
Okay, one minute. We'll get Vijay Salian and Waris on the right, and we shall get Ajay Alok and Deshratan on the left. Vivek
from the knees are not able to understand. The fact remains that RSS has been working throughout 1925 for the benefit and the strength of this country.
Okay, Vivek.
These people are unable to fathom this.
Vivek, I know that the Samajwadi Party has done a lot over the last few decades to try and cultivate the Muslim vote. I still believe that the Samajwadi Party should not look at things like the Muslim vote. There should only be the vote, not a Muslim vote. But the question to you regardless is, when Akbaruddin Owaisi said, and recently in 2020, you know what he said? He said, can I quote Vivek what he said?
Please.
Thank you. He said, Muslims have ruled India for over 800 years. There are signs of Muslim kingdoms in every part of the country, which is proof that India belongs to me. India belongs to Akbaruddin Owaisi. Crazy. Because Muslims have ruled? No, because Muslims have ruled for 800 years, India belongs to Akbaruddin Owaisi. And he goes on to say, if you want to see my papers, first of all, nobody wanted to see his papers. Look at the Charminar which was made by my ancestors. Well, look at Charminar which was made by my ancestors.
Yes, I am proud of being an Indian Muslim.
No, 1 second. I want to ask.
Are you talking about the same RSS
No, please, you must be proud.
The question is to me, Mr. Waris Pathan.
My question is to Vivek.
Mr. Waris Pathan.
I'm going to Vivek after some time. Okay, Vivek, my question to you is, my question to you, Vivek.
Let me respond. I got your point.
This is the problem with Waris. He doesn't let anyone talk.
I am speaking about the same RSS whom Arnab Goswami is glorifying today. The same RSS who insulted our
He's been cornered badly.
Never hosted their
He doesn't know what to say now.
On the Nagpur headquarters. And what role did they play? They were giving mercy petitions.
Say no to supremacy, viewers. Say no to supremacy. For a unified India, say no to voices like Waris Pathan. I'd like Vivek to come in. Vivek,
can I respond?
Who did not play any active role in
Vivek,
the
when
independence of our
Mohan
country.
Bhagwat says that religious
Please ask him to
supremacy
be
is the
quiet.
problem,
Arnab, please ask him to be
is he
quiet.
saying anything wrong? I think what he's saying, that religious supremacy is bad, is a statement that should be welcomed by all of us.
Yeah, what I would like to respond, Arnab, you raised a very nice question. What Akbaruddin Awaisi said about in 2020, as you right said, it was an incredibly horrible statement, you know. That is what I can say. It was an incredibly horrible statement what Akbaruddin Awaisi gave. And as far as what Sir Sanchalak Mohan Bhagwat ji said right now, the question is who wants to be superior, you know. The Constitution of India says we the people of India, means all the people of India, irrespective of any caste, creed or color. That is the thing. And the only thing that I am objecting right now, there are other minorities in India as well. You know, they are Jains, they are Buddhists, they are Christians. He should have talked something about them also as well.
He said that.
I think
he said that.
RSS, the BJP
he said that
and
actually.
AIM, IM, they are preparing their pitch for the coming elections.
Here's an opportunity.
India, and we also have the general elections coming in 2024.
Vivek, here's an opportunity.
Mr. Bhagwat should also talk something about Joshi.
Vivek, can I tell you? Vivek, can I tell you one thing? Vivek, can I tell you one thing?
He should talk something about them as well.
Can I tell you one thing?
I don't know what is the problem with the RSS and the AIM.
No.
They want to polarize the things.
No.
That is the problem with them.
Vivek, I think the wonderful thing is...
We have no problem, sir. We have never spoken about supremacy. We speak about equality.
You have
the Constitution speaks about equality.
You have the deepest problem like the Pacific
What problem do you have?
You could not answer a single question of
Arnab. We have rejected
You could not even answer a single question for the last half an hour.
वारिस पठान साहब का असदुद्दीन ओवैसी said मोदी चला जाएगा, मोदी गुफाओं में चला जाएगा, योगी मठ में चला जाएगा, उसके बाद क्या होगा तुम्हारा? Anybody can Hyderabad can vouch for it that daily day in day out the OSC brothers
on the debate. No, I know everybody has limitations. 1 minute. Ajay Alok, Vivek, 1 minute. Ajay Alok, you see there are limitations. And
Shantanu, you keep writing books on Yogi. Why are you writing on now Mohan Bhagwat? Shantanu must keep writing books on Yogi. Now he's talking about Mohan Bhagwat. Why are you supporting Mohan Bhagwat?
Varis is rattled today. Arnab, you have rattled Varis. He is speaking everything under the other but the topic.
They are supremacy.
Today Varis Patar is speaking everything under the other but the topic.
Yes.
He is rattled. He is rattled. He is saying Baba Ramdev, Yogi Adityanath, who all? The topic is what Mohan Bhagwat ji said. And what your two Akas, the bigger brother, how they spew venom daily in Hyderabad, in the streets of Hyderabad, their politics lie.
Okay, 1 minute.
Write a book on Mohan Bhagwat rather
Their statements are मोदी गुफा में चला जाएगा, योगी मठ में चला जाएगा, उसके बाद तुम्हारा क्या होगा? He's still thinking that the Babar is still alive. Aurangzeb is still alive. He's still thinking, oh my God, Gauri will come, Ghazni will come. He's still thinking
that comment.
Okay. Taimulan will come.
Okay, 2 minutes. Varis, you've spoken a lot. Ajay Alok. Varis, you've spoken a lot, Ajay Alok. And I would like to, in an uninhibited way, Ajay, one example is good from my side. Lokesh Jindal of the Congress is with us also today. And we all admire the loyalty of the Vadra Congress to the All India Majlis-e-Ittihadul Muslimin. Because whenever the All India Majlis-e-Ittihadul Muslimin says something, the Congress quietly, in a very loyal way, it's so touching almost starts echoing their line. But my question is, they say to me, Ajay Alok, ki supremacy ki thought kisi ke paas kabhi thi nahi. तो मैं एक कोट करना चाहता हूं. द पर्सन आई एम कोटिंग इज शौकत अली, हु इज फ्रॉम द ऑल इंडिया मजलिस इत्तेहादुल मुस्लिमीन. इंग्लिश ट्रांसलेशन. And after that Lokesh will respond. I'd like to know how many times Rahul Gandhi or Robert Vadra questioned this comment. Shaukat Ali of the All India Majlis Ittihadul Muslimin said, Ajay Alok, Hindus are worms. They marry one, keep three. And he says, worms and insects like you have been ruled by us for 832 years, and you used to do Ji Huzuri with your hands folded at the back, and now you're threatening us. This is the kind of supremacism that everyone, you, me, and Mohan Bhagwat are hopefully and strongly against. Since he wanted an example, I'm giving one. Over to you, Ajay.
No, similar statements. Similar statements have been given by Congress also. To quote Kerala President Sudhakaran's statement about Ram and Lakshman and Sita. To quote their former President of Karnataka State, कि Hinduism gali hai. So similar statements have come from Congress, so they cannot run away from that. What now I'm trying to say, the Varis Bhai and all other my fellow panelists, I'm not here to instill Hinduism into you. I'm no one to do that. लेकिन एक बात कहता हूँ कि कल के कायर हिंदू जितने थे ना, वो आज के भारत में मुसलमान बने हुए हैं. अब इससे कोई भाग जाए तो भाग जाए.
Look, Arnab,
Muslims were not here.
I find
in India, अखंड भारत में मुसलमान थे ही नहीं. ये तो मुगल लेके आए थे इसको, कन्वर्शन हुआ. आप तो अभी भी कहते हो कि पूर्वज हमारे हिंदू हैं. एक मिनट, यहाँ मुगल ही आए थे. अब एक मिनट, सुप्रीमेसी कहाँ से हो गई?
सुनो अजय आलोक,
सुप्रीमेसी की तो बात ही नहीं हो रही है. सुप्रीमेसी तो थी नहीं, बात क्या सुनो. आप बोलो ना, क्या मैं मुगल का वंशज हूँ?
देखिए अजय आलोक, हमारा फेथ है, हमारा फर्म
अरे तो सोनी मेरी बात तो खत्म करने दो. मेरी बात तो खत्म करने दो. मेरी बात तो खत्म करने दो.
आदम अलैहि
आप बोलिए ना कि आप मुगल के वंशज हैं,
तो जितना
क्योंकि भारत में तो जितने मुसलमान हैं वो तो
Now the question is, Ajay Alok, my next question is, Ajay Alok, one minute. My next question is this, and it goes to Lokesh. Lokesh, there is a person who I think you have been supporting, right? Doesn't the Congress party support Sarjeel Imam, if I'm not mistaken? 1 minute, Ajay, 1 minute. Sarjeel Imam said, chicken's neck Musalmano ka hai. And that happened during the NRC CAA protest. You remember that, Savio? Chicken's neck Musalmano ka hai. That is a typical supremacist comment, right or wrong. What form of protest did the Congress party have against that supremacist comment? One. Second, PFI said in a vision document recovered in 2022, said we dream of 2047 where political power has been returned to the Muslim community from whom it was unjustly taken away by the British Raj. Was that a supremacist comment or not? Was it or not? No, was it or not? And lastly, live on the program, tell me when clearly Mohan Bhagwat says Hindu, Muslim and communist supremacy are all bad. Do you agree or disagree with that specific comment? Do you agree or disagree with the comment?
When time and again you take the name Muslims, Hindus, you are bringing about a religious consciousness.
Oh, now he runs.
You can have a simple statement.
Oh, now he runs.
Let us do
there he runs.
Politics. Do away with religion in the politics. Let there be a true form of secularism. Let us not get influenced by which religion a person belongs.
You can do away with religion in politics,
us and them?
but you can't do away with religion in day-to-day living.
Why cannot we?
You can't do away with religion in day-to-day living. People live in a community. People are living in a community. Religion is part and parcel of that life. I as a Christian believe that we have to.
Don't moralize.
We have to rise up as
Don't moralize. You have no right to.
We have to rise up as India.
You have no right to moralize. No. 1 minute. Ajay Alok is coming in. You know this.
We have to rise up as Indians.
You know this kindergarten way.
You have to think as an Indian.
1 minute. Lokesh, 1 minute. Lokesh, Ajay is responding to 1 minute.
I'll just ask him one question. Let me expose him.
Okay, go on.
Let me expose him. One question to him. Just a very plain, simple question. What was 42nd Amendment, sir? Why it was done by the Congress? Why was the word secular was deliberately put inside the Constitution? For whom? Whom to appease when all the opposition was in jail? Why it was done?
The 42nd Amendment.
Was it not done to appease a particular religion? What was that when a Prime Minister of the country says that the first right goes to Muslims? Was it not done for appeasement? What was that when Sonia Gandhi cries for a terrorist? What was that? What was not done for the appeasement of a particular religion? You know, you guys have been promoting extremist elements in this country for the last 70 years. All Muslims are not bad.
No. Just one minute. Viewers, I'll tell you one thing. Ajay, can you wait for a while, and I'll tell you one thing about the party of Lokesh Jindal. They are 100% hypocrites. They are terrible hypocrites. They are the kind of people who say, we want to spread love in society. We just are here to spread love in society, they say, Ajay Alok. We want to spread love. We are against hate. And these kind of things they say. And I'll tell you, Ajay, what kind of love they want to spread. I'll tell you about the kind of love they want to spread. They come and say, Shantanu, we want to spread love. There isn't enough love in society. And then they put up a person called Tawqir Raza Khan, who says the day they are forced to take the law into their own hands, you Hindus will not find a place to take shelter in India. India's map will change. We, referring to Muslims, are born warriors. And they support him in an election. And then they go and say, oh, we want to spread love in society. What kind of love was the Congress spreading? What kind of love was the Congress spreading via Tawqir Raza Khan? What kind of love was that, sir? Now, what kind of love was that? What kind of love was that, sir? What kind of love was that?
Ignorant,
what kind of love was that, sir?
What is love?
Well, I know. Yeah, now my next question is, I say a person called Waris Pathan says on my program tonight, and we're getting a lot of support. Waris Pathan says, I'm for a secular India. I'm for equal rights. I want equality and fraternity and secularism in our country. And Waris Pathan says, I'm against supremacism too. But then obviously, Shantanu, it is his clone. It is his avatar, or someone who looks like him, or who said 15 crore hai magar 100 crore par upar bhari hai, ye yaad rakh lena. This man is a supremacist. Call him out. This man, Shantanu, is a supremacist. Waris Pathan is a supremacist, I say. He is a supremacist, ladies and gentlemen.
Crux of the debate पे
crux of the debate.
4 लाइन बोलना चाहूंगा, अगर आप इजाजत दिए तो अर्नब, जस्ट 4 लाइन बोलना चाहूंगा।
इजाजत का कभी इंतजार किया आपने?
मैं जानता हूं कि दुश्मन भी
अरे शायरी पे मत आओ, शायरी पे मत आओ, शायरी पे मत आओ, जवाब दो। Shantanu, I can't hear Shantanu, he's lying. Shantanu, I can't, you're unmuted. You unmute yourself, Shantanu. Unmute yourself, Shantanu. Unmute yourself, for God's sake. Come on now. He's trying to run, Shantanu. Savio, he's trying to run.
Shantanu, wait. Shantanu, 10 seconds. Shantanu, 10 seconds. Shantanu, 10 seconds. आज के डिबेट के ऊपर मैं क्रक्स ऑफ द डिबेट
ऐसी बात नहीं है। Shantanu, Savio is also on the debate right now. Savio is on the debate right now, ladies and gentlemen. Say no to supremacy.
मैं जानता हूं कि दुश्मन भी कम नहीं, लेकिन हमारी तरह हथेली पे जान थोड़ी है। जो आज साहिब मकसद है, कल नहीं होंगे। किराएदार है, जाति मकान थोड़ी है, हमारे मुंह से निकली रही जो सदाकत है।
ये वारिस पठान को असदुद्दीन ओवैसी ने व्हाट्सएप भेजा है।
सभी का खून है शामिल यहाँ की मिट्टी में।
वो फोन से व्हाट्सएप पर रहे हैं। किसका व्हाट्सएप है? किसका व्हाट्सएप है? The nation wants to know who WhatsApps you in the middle of my program.
Define secularism, Waris.
Who WhatsApps you? Who's WhatsApping you right now?
Nobody WhatsApps me. It's my written by Rahat Indori. I have just spoken his words before.
Whose WhatsApp were you reading? Ladies and gentlemen, say no to supremacy. Say no to supremacy. Say no to fake news. Ladies and gentlemen, please read the full interview. Please read the full interview of Mohan Bhagwat, and then judge for yourself who was lying all through the day today. And viewers, when I come back on the other side, RRR has won a Golden Globe Award. There's a message for Bollywood, not from RRR, but from the whole country and from the world. These copycats picking up clips from here and there, foreign movies, and making a trailer of it and then trying to spend 250 crore rupees. It's not going to work. Learn from original cinema. Bollywood, change your ways or your game is up. On the other side.
आग को फैलने से रोकना मुश्किल है, पर नामुमकिन नहीं। अब फायरवॉल टेक्नोलॉजी के साथ सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम आग से बचाए।
नीतीश कुमार के लिए प्रधानमंत्री की पद की दावेदारी पेश कर दी है। हमारे साथ मौजूद हैं जेडीयू के राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष ललन सिंह जी। ललन जी, कल आपने जमुई के एक सभा में कहा कि नीतीश कुमार बेहतर प्रधानमंत्री के उम्मीदवार हैं नरेंद्र मोदी के बनिस्बत, और आपने कुछ कुछ योजनाओं का भी गिनती किया कि उनका कॉपी किया है बिहार सरकार की योजनाओं का केंद्र सरकार ने। तो क्या ये माना जाए कि नीतीश कुमार अब प्रधानमंत्री पद के रेस में आ गए हैं?
नहीं, ये कभी हमने नहीं कहा कि मुख्यमंत्री नीतीश कुमार जी प्रधानमंत्री के रेस में हैं। मैंने ये कहा कि देश का प्रधानमंत्री बनने के लिए जो भी गुण चाहिए वो सारे गुण नीतीश कुमार जी में उपलब्ध हैं। मैंने ये कहा कि नीतीश कुमार जी को का विजन है, उनकी सोच है, उन अपनी सोच को जो जनहित की योजनाएं हैं उसको कार्यान्वित कराने की उनकी क्षमता है। और उसी संदर्भ में मैंने कहा कि बिहार में कई योजनाएं उन्होंने प्रारंभ की, साइकिल योजना, पोशाक योजना, हर घर बिजली योजना, हर घर नल का जल योजना, ये सारी योजनाएं, महिला सशक्तिकरण के लिए जीविका योजना, इन सारी योजनाओं को उन्होंने कार्यान्वित किया और इन सभी योजनाओं को केंद्र सरकार ने 2 साल 3 साल के बाद इसको अपने योजना बनाकर देश भर में लागू किया। तो नीतीश कुमार जी के पास विजन है, जो वो सोचते हैं आज वो 3 साल के बाद केंद्र सरकार उसको करती है। मैंने यही कहा, तो इसलिए कहा कि प्रधानमंत्री बनने की का गुण नीतीश कुमार जी में उपलब्ध।
And let's take a look at what else is making news this morning. According to the Prime Minister's office, the Prime Minister will inaugurate the 26th National Youth Festival in Hubballi, Karnataka on the 12th of January at around 4 in the evening. The festival will witness the Youth Summit, which will have plenary discussions on 5 themes stemming from G20 and Y20 events. Ahead of the 2023 Assembly elections, the Karnataka Pradesh Congress Committee President D.K. Shivakumar, along with party senior leader Siddaramaiah and others, announced the launch of the ambitious bus yatra that is known as Prajadhabi Yatra, which will begin from Bengaluru today. The BJP National President J.P. Nadda on Tuesday held a meeting with the party National General Secretaries at the party headquarters, in which issues relating to the Lok Sabha and the Assembly elections were discussed. According to sources, deep contemplation and brainstorming regarding the 2024 Lok Sabha elections, discussion on booth empowerment, intense brainstorming on the Lok Sabha Pravas, and the review of preparations for the National Executive meeting to be held in Delhi on the 16th and 17th were completed during the meeting. Delhi's Patiala House Court on
It's the RRR juggernaut at Golden Globes. Big celebration of original Indian cinema. Original Indian cinema wins big at Golden Globes. Will copycat content pushers in Bollywood wake up? Debating next at 10 p.m.